Welcome to another episode of Iglesias Automotive. Ferrari is suing its own customers. Not scammers, not criminals, the people who actually buy their cars. And when you see what they're being sued for, you'll never look at that prancing horse the same way again. You spend $200,000 on a car. It's yours. You can paint it, wrap it, sell it, modify it, do whatever you want with it, right? Not if it's a Ferrari. Ferrari operates under a set of unwritten rules that no other car company on earth would dare enforce. Break one of them, and they don't just get angry, they sue you. They blacklist you. They make sure you never buy another Ferrari again. And in some cases, they force you to sell the car back to them at the original price, even if it's now worth double. This isn't a rumour. This isn't car guy gossip. These are real lawsuits filed in real courts against real people, and the pattern is getting worse. Let me show you what's actually happening. In October 2024, a Ferrari dealer in Houston, Texas, filed a lawsuit against a customer named Todd Carlson. His crime? He bought a Ferrari Purosangue, Ferrari's first SUV, starting price around $240,000, and he sold it. That's it. He sold a car that he bought, with his own money. But buried in the sales contract was a clause that said Carlson could not resell the Purosangue to anyone other than Ferrari until December 2025. If he broke that rule, Ferrari had the right to buy it back at the original price, and keep any profit he made. Carlson sold it anyway, probably for a significant markup, because the Purosangue had a 2-year waitlist and was trading $30,000 to $50,000 over sticker on the secondary market. Ferrari sued him. And here's the thing, this isn't an isolated case. This is Ferrari's standard operating procedure. They've been doing this for years. The Purosangue, the LaFerrari, the Monza SP1 and SP2, the Daytona SP3, every special or high-demand model comes with a contract that says you cannot sell it for a set period, usually 1 to 2 years. Steve Wynn, the Las Vegas billionaire, tried to flip his LaFerrari before the restriction expired. Ferrari didn't just sue him, they pulled his dealership allocation. He lost access to buying new Ferraris entirely. But the resale lawsuits are just the beginning. Ferrari also controls what you do with the car after you buy it. In 2014, Canadian DJ Deadmau5 wrapped his Ferrari 458 Spider in a custom Nyan Cat theme. He called it the Ferrari. Custom badges, custom floor mats, custom license plates. He drove it across North America on the Gumball 3000 rally. Ferrari sent him a cease and desist. They claimed the Ferrari branding was copyright infringement and brand defamation. They threatened to sue unless he removed every modification. Deadmau5 stripped the car and sold it. In 2017, Swiss fashion designer Philipp Plein used Ferraris at his Milan fashion show. Models posed with the cars. Wrapped Ferraris drove through the city in Plein livery. In 2020, an Italian court ruled in Ferrari's favour. Plein was ordered to pay €300,000 in damages and delete every Ferrari image from his social media. And it's not just celebrities. Regular owners have been blacklisted for painting their cars pink, for putting aftermarket wheels on, for posting photos Ferrari deemed off-brand. There's a saying in the Ferrari community, you don't own a Ferrari, Ferrari owns you. Justin Bieber was banned from buying Ferraris after wrapping his, adding a wide-body kit, repainting it, and then losing it in a parking lot for 2 weeks. 50 Cent was blacklisted after calling his 488 a lemon on Instagram when the battery died. You pay $250,000 and the company tells you what colour it can be.
But here's where it gets truly dangerous.
Because everything I just told you, the resale restrictions, the modification lawsuits, the blacklist, that's Ferrari protecting its brand. You can argue it's aggressive, you can argue it's controlling, but at least nobody gets hurt. This next part is different. This is about people getting hurt, and Ferrari allegedly covering it up. In 2021, a man named Jeffrey Rose bought a pre-owned Ferrari 488 GTB. Less than a month after purchase, his brakes failed. Not degraded, not worn, failed. He was driving with reduced braking capability. Then he lost braking power completely. The car rolled off his property and ended up in a pond. Rose wasn't alone. Multiple owners of Ferrari 458s and 488s reported the same defect: brake fluid leaks caused by a faulty component supplied by Bosch. The leaks could cause partial or total brake failure without warning. Ferrari issued recalls in 2021 and 2022, but the plaintiffs in the lawsuit argue those recalls were insufficient. The fix was partial, the risk remained, and Ferrari knew. In 2024, 7 Ferrari owners filed a class action lawsuit against Ferrari North America and Bosch. They alleged that both companies knew about the defect and concealed it from consumers. They claimed Ferrari failed to disclose material safety information to buyers. In March 2025, a federal judge ruled that the case could proceed. Key claims under New Jersey and Georgia consumer protection law survived Ferrari's motion to dismiss. The judge found that the plaintiffs had adequately alleged concealment. This lawsuit is still active. The plaintiffs are seeking damages for overpayment, diminished vehicle value, repair costs, and punitive relief across 5 states. Let me say that again. Ferrari is accused of selling cars with brakes that could fail completely, knowing about the defect, issuing a half fix, and then concealing the remaining risk from customers. This isn't a vinyl wrap. This isn't a resale contract. This is a safety defect that put lives at risk. So let me connect the dots. Ferrari spends enormous legal resources suing customers who paint their cars the wrong color. They file lawsuits against people who sell their own property too quickly. They blacklist celebrities for posting the wrong photo on Instagram. But when their brakes fail and a car rolls into a pond, the fix is partial, the disclosure is minimal, and it takes a class action lawsuit to force accountability. That's the Ferrari paradox. Maximum control over the brand, minimum accountability for the product. And here's why this matters beyond Ferrari. This case could set a legal precedent for every luxury automaker. If the class action succeeds, it establishes that anti-flipping contracts, blacklist systems, and resale restrictions can be challenged as anti-competitive or unconscionable. It could crack open the entire model of luxury car sales, where the manufacturer treats your purchase as a revocable privilege instead of a completed transaction. Lamborghini has similar allocation systems. Porsche has waitlists with conditions. McLaren has resale restrictions on the Senna and Speedtail. If Ferrari loses, the ripple effect hits every exotic brand. The car you bought with your money might finally, legally, be yours. The manual transmission didn't die because drivers stopped wanting it. It died because it didn't fit a spreadsheet. And Ferrari's customers aren't being sued because they did something wrong. They're being sued because Ferrari's control matters more than their ownership. This is the Car Report. Every Friday, I cover the stories the car industry doesn't want you to hear. Next week, how Chinese EVs are about to destroy Western automakers, and why nobody in Detroit or Stuttgart is ready for what's coming. Subscribe, turn on the bell. See you Friday.